Well, if you ever thought that crazy rumors in relation to Spider-Man No Way Home could not get any crazier, get ready for this one, because apparently, when it came to deciding how Daredevil would be involved with Spider-Man and his identity, the Daredevil they went to for reference was Ben Affleck's version. Ben Affleck's Daredevil is one of those polarizing films when it comes to comic books, and I think that's the best way to put it. The actual theatrical cut is not the worst thing around, but it screams of that early 2000s we can't fully commit to the comic book vision. The director's cut, in my opinion, is way superior and is definitely the recommended viewing of that film, which gets more into Daredevil as a character, what he can do, the subplot is great, and all that. But overall, people have mixed feelings on that film. So it's sort of a shock that when insiders who online have been posting and have been pretty, accurate when it came to plenty of things with WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and even teasing some of the locations and things happening for Spider-Man No Way Home, said that when it came to planning how to introduce Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, into the MCU, that when they were doing storyboard and drafting some art for it to try to pitch the idea, that instead of using Charlie Cox as Daredevil / Matt Murdock, they actually used Ben Affleck's. Now, this is one of those things where I'm kind of confused, and I could kind of see it from both, directions is the best way to put it. For one, maybe you don't have the ability to use Daredevil, Charlie Cox at the time because of the whole Netflix thing. So you're like, well, we'll just use Ben Affleck as a stand-in because we own that. And we'll say it was a multiverse thing, and then, haha, look at it, right? But then we can change it later on to Charlie Cox, be like, well, we decided to change directions and we're not going to get sued. That could be the angle on it. Or maybe they were considering going crazy and being like, yeah, our Matt Murdock is Ben Affleck. What? Maybe it's part of the multiverse story of things going insane. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's an illusion by, I don't know, Mysterio or multiverse illusion or something. I mean, there could be tons of story elements for why they were using Ben Affleck as a stand-in for Matt Murdock, and any of them could, I think, be valid and possible. But ultimately, I think when we eventually do get Daredevil, like proper in the MCU, and he becomes a core member appearing in a couple projects, it's definitely not going to be Ben Affleck. I think we could all agree on that. But a cool multiverse scenario, I think that's something that should be done. I don't think you make him the proper MCU Daredevil, but you do acknowledge that if you can and if he's willing to do it, because again, that film does have fans, me being one of them. So I would love to see a, tip and a nod to that.